Hello Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazelnuttygames. It is almost Saturday and we're gonna do a vlog. So this week we have had the Legion beta, kind of. It's sort of kind of out. It is out enough, it has been launched to the state where we can now data mine it. And by we, I mean people that know how to do that. People like me are going to be staring at Twitter and MMO Champion and Wowhead and going through all the things that they have unearthed and getting disproportionately excited about it. So we have had a number of pieces of information from this data mining. Keep in mind that because it's data mining from a beta that's not even playable yet, everything can change. Everything probably will change. I mean, not some things, but most things are probably going to change, so don't freak out about anything that you hear on Twitter or you see on MMO Champion. Nothing is for sure, and it won't be for a very long time, so just hold your butt together. But it's an exciting time if you are all excited about the news. So, I summarized a couple of things that I picked out of the MMO Champion files. There's obviously a huge list of them, so I recommend either Wowhead or MMO Champion or both for going over absolutely everything. But the things that jumped out at me, there's a new map entry for Troll Raid in the Broken Isles. It may actually be literally trolling, but if that's true, that's hilarious. I know people bitch about there having been way too many troll raids, but I love troll raids. Troll raids are generally outdoors. Troll raids involve trolls, they involve funky accents, they involve cool looking loot, and I'm on board for all of those things, so maybe troll raid. There is going to be a moose mount from Archaeology, which is super exciting. We haven't had anything real good from Archaeology since they brought it out in Cataclysm, really. Like in Pandaria and then again in Warlords, they added these BOA blue items that don't scale, so they're kind of like heirlooms except that they don't scale, but they have an okay item level, but you're better off with heirlooms, and now that heirlooms can scale to 100 after having upgraded them, there's really no reason to have these things. So basically we've just gotten a bunch of garbage and like maybe a pet or two. So it's kind of neat that they're adding at least one new mount to Archaeology, and it's going to be another moose. In terms of other new mounts, there's a whole list of them. There's going to be some specific Demon Hunter mounts. The only other one that really jumped out at me is super cool and exciting is Enchanting. It's getting a mount, and it's called the Enchanted Chicken. We don't have a model yet for that, I don't think. Maybe we do, but an Enchanted Chicken from Enchanting. How can you not be excited about that? And I'm an enchanter. I'm probably going to get it. I'm probably going to make it. I'm probably going to enchant chickens and then sell them and then like stand in Dalaran and be like, citizens of Dalaran, I got some chickens for you. Come on. So that was exciting. There is something, and we don't know what this is yet, but there's something, a new instance type called a PvP scenario. So this could be nothing. It could be just like a new word for skirmish. It could be nothing, it could be anything, it could be everything. We don't know what it is, but it's an exciting concept to think about and to speculate about. I can't wait to find out more about that. There are new arenas in the new PvP zones. There is going to be an arena called Val'sharah Arena. Val'sharah, of course, is the Night Elfy zone that is on the Broken Isles, and there's also one called Black Rookhold, I think? Yeah, Black Rookhold Arena, so at least 2 new arena maps, which is awesome because, again, we haven't had anything new since Mists of Pandaria, which is, what, 3 years ago now? 2 years ago? It's been a while since we've had a new arena map. We've been playing games in the same couple of maps for a while, so at least 2 new arenas, and then there's also a new PvP zone called Small Battleground D, which could be a new battleground that they haven't named or designed yet. It could be not for launch, but for a later patch. It could be this PvP scenario thing. We don't know what it is. I've kind of been hoping for a while now for a 5v5 battleground that's basically set up like Heroes of the Storm or Dota or League of Legends, like with lanes and creeps and buffs that you can get by like leveling up. I don't really know how it would fit into WoW. I'm not a game designer, but if they could somehow make kind of like a MOBA minigame battleground, if they could make it work without making it too complicated, how bitchin' would that be? That would be just the best thing. The Grand Arena is also listed as a new PvP zone. Obviously, we already have a Grand Arena, so it's hard to say if that's going to be, if it's just going to get reskinned, or if it's just, they had to put the name in there for some reason and it's going to be just the same. But at least 2 new ones, so that's super, super exciting. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff to look through in those notes, and there's more being unearthed all the time, so at any time that if they announce anything, or if we find anything super good looking, I'll probably make its own video. But the other thing that we have is we have access to datamined sound files for the Demon Hunter voiceovers, and you can play those all in Wowhead. I'm going to play a couple of them for you right now, because their flirts and their funnies are hilarious. anyways, there are tons more of those. They're all available in some big audiophile sound dumps and wowheads, so go check those out. Keep in mind that some of them are going to be spoilery if you're not into story spoilers. But I'm not really sure enough on what the story is to know whether or not I'm being spoiled or not, so I'm not worrying about it too much myself. And that's about it as far as Legion beta news for now. Obviously, I don't think anybody's in yet, so I'm not in. I don't think anybody is. I'm hoping I get in when they let other people in. If not, I'm hoping I get in as soon as possible because, damn it, I want it. I'm into the stage of my life now where I'm leaving my email open like 24/7 and checking my phone every 5 minutes and getting oddly disappointed every time I get an email, especially from Blizzard. I bought a WoW token today on the auction house. And I looked at my email and I saw one from Blizzard and I was like, oh my god! And then I like checked it and I'm like, oh, you bought a WoW token. I'm like, aw, I should have seen that coming. So that's that. In actual current happening now WoW news, 6.2.3 is obviously out. We have our moose. We killed Archimon on our first raid note. We actually cleared the entire heroic raid in one night, which is a new first for us. And I have my moose. It's awesome. I love it. And it's kind of getting me in a Christmas mood because, you know, it flies like a reindeer. What else? We're only one achievement away from Glory the Hellfire Raider, which is what we're doing with the rest of our raid time now that we don't need 2 nights to clear the whole raid. Apparently Manaroth, the bad Manaroth achievement, apparently it's a real rough one. We've been having some issues with that. So hopefully we can get that cleared up next week, and that will get me my Fell Wolf, the big green puppy. It's a really ugly mountain. I will probably never ride it. But maybe I'll ride it. I've never had a raid achievement mount while it was current. I've only ever gotten those after the fact, so that's going to be kind of cool. And I am really, really excited to make a buttload of videos. I'm prioritizing Legion videos first. I know I haven't come out with any yet, but I'm working on it. I'm planning on getting the Shadow Priest overview out Monday at the latest. And I have this big list I'm working through. So stuff is in the pipeline, and I have a bunch of other stuff that's not Legion related that I want to make, but again, Legion stuff first. So I'm going to get as much out as I humanly can, and let's answer some questions. Siptermanins wants to know, how were the cookies? Cookies were delicious. They're perfect. I've gone through about, I say we, I don't know if my husband has had more than like 2 of them, but we've gone through about half of them so far. And I may just have to keep myself in cookies until the Christmas season's over. I might just have to keep making them. They're a lot of work. My favorite cookies, these gingerbread ones that I made, they're a lot of work. It takes a fair amount of time to make the dough and then chill the dough and then roll them out. I'm gonna have to experiment with some different recipes, but they're worth it because I love gingerbread cookies. They're so good. And William asks, for class overview, maybe cover artifacts too. I can definitely do that. I will put in a short little blurb and image of the each class's artifact when I'm doing those overviews. I want to do a more in-depth artifact video on each artifact once we have access to them on the beta, so we can go over kind of what kind of abilities they have, what kind of talents they have, sort of different reasons you might want to take different directions, what they look like, all animated with particle effects and stuff. But that will be later. I'll definitely put a little bit of artifact weaponness into these overviews as I do them. And that is that. If any of you have any questions you would like to ask me or have answered on a vlog, just leave them as a comment on the most recent vlog. And I hope you guys are all as excited as I am for all of this Legion beta news stuff. It feels so great to have news. We had like a good couple months there leading up to BlizzCon where we had just nothing. So it's kind of exciting to have stuff to read again. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!